Back a few years, Disney set David Fincher to direct a new iteration of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea that would feature an entirely different take on the source material. Due to a difference in opinion with casting, Fincher left the project, leaving the director's chair open for another name. Now, Deadline is reporting that the Wolverine director James Mangold has been brought on to helm the picture. Entitled Captain Nemo, the project is described as an origin story for the character as he creates and builds his Nautilus. No word yet on any casting or release date. John, what do you think of James Mangold directing Captain Nemo?
I mean, I was always very pumped and excited an age ago about Fincher's take on the whole thing, but Mangold is a name I really like. Look, his Wolverine movie did not turn out the way we all wanted, but I like the sensibility he brought to it. I like what he was going for and kind of what he was trying to do. And I think him taking another crack at it, I think he'll probably get there. Plus, you know, he's got an Academy Award pedigree background and stuff like that. I'm very curious. Now, it'll all come down to how do they approach 20,000 Leagues? How do they approach Captain Nemo? Look, they had Captain Nemo in that little League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and they botched that. I did a little bit of work on that film too. Every single movie I ever worked on when I was in the visual effects industry turned out terrible. But anyway, so I like the news. I have hope for it. We still got to wait to see what kind of take they're going to put on this thing. But otherwise, I think it's pretty good. What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I like Wolverine much more than I think most people did. Obviously, the ending was kind of disappointing. I watched the unrated version that had the cool actual 10 minutes of fighting of kind of ninjas and all that stuff that was kind of missing from the movie. And his other movies, not only Walk the Line, he got, I think, didn't he get an Oscar nomination for that?
Yes.
Or at least the movie was nominated for an
The movie
Oscar.
was, yes.
Yeah. He also did one of my favorite Westerns, is the 3:10 to Yuma remake with Russell Crowe and Christian
that
Bale.
movie, yeah.
So definitely I'm excited about him doing it. I think it's supposed to be like an origin story for Captain Nemo. So hopefully this will be different than Bryan Singer's 20,000 League Under the Sea
Yeah, lest we forget, he's also working on a 20,000 Leagues
so
thing.
maybe that will keep things different. I don't want to see two movies just like the same. But yeah, I'm excited for this.
I don't know if I'm excited for it because I was really excited for Fincher.
Yeah.
I was really excited to see what he would bring to a Nemo story. And I like Mangold. I do a lot for all the reasons that you just said. Those movies for sure, and I also liked Wolverine. Didn't like the ending, but it's just I don't think he's an equal to Fincher, so that's why it was harder for me. I still am going to go into it. Okay, that is a very good director that they're having handled this property, but there's just something about me that's going to be missing the potential of a David Fincher Nemo story.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that Fincher left because he wanted Channing Tatum in that lead role, and Disney wanted Chris Hemsworth. So it'd be interesting who they're going to cast with Mangold as director. If he brought,
I don't like either one of those choices.
I agree. Yeah, I like both those guys very much. But I don't
just
see
saw
that
him do that Ron Howard movie, and that wasn't great.
What about Russell Crowe or Christian Bale that he's worked with before in 3:10 to Yuma? I think either one of them could play a pretty good Captain Nemo.
It all depends, though, on, look, if this is an origin story, like, is it a 26-year-old Captain Nemo? And if so, then no matter how much I love Russell Crowe, he's the wrong guy for it. Same thing with Christian Bale. So it all depends on what the treatment is. I mean, because, a lot of people wanted Bryan Cranston for Lex Luthor, but that's before any of us knew that the Lex Luthor they were going for was a young, upstart tech mogul. So obviously Bryan Cranston doesn't work. Look, if they announce tomorrow Russell Crowe or Christian Bale as Captain Nemo in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that's your throw a freaking party.
Yeah.
But until we know what kind of character they're going for or what their angle is, it's hard to say whether either one of them would be the right choice or the wrong choice.
True.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.